You're live.
All right. I think we're set.
You're live. All right. Jason D'Amico, Marcia Clark, Adam Edmonds. This is crazy, Ryan, because I should be remembering more names than just these. Hopefully they start coming through today.
Lindsay Matthews as well.
All right,
we got so many people to try to remember and think, of course. But like and subscribe if you guys aren't already. Hopefully the audio and everything's fine. Let us know if we need to change anything, because this is obviously our first time doing anything like this. So let us know if we need to change anything. But I think we should be good. Just waiting for the game to start. Of course, we've been waiting a long time for this one. So
okay, look, first one, Ryan. This should be very interesting. Yeah, it should. So live shots of Paige Beckers just now coming up. And that's the time where I told Ryan, like, all right, we better go live. Then I get you fired up.
A little bit, yeah.
Seeing live shots of Beckers shooting the ball, warming up. Look, man, we appreciate everybody. I mean, this is kind of weird, right?
Yeah. The first, I guess the second time we've actually sat next to each other. The other time was
in a hotel.
Yeah, in a hotel after
UConn.
the UConn and Maryland game.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely something a little different for sure.
Super Bowl Sunday. Not to take anything away from it. I mean, this is 2 hours of nothing but basketball. So we want to make sure everybody, but I do have red on, Ryan, and you do have some red on.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's crazy. I walked in the store and I had to remember what I told you. I had to buy a toothbrush and a toothpaste that I left out of the house.
Yeah.
I had to get the coffee stains off of my teeth. Yeah. But I don't know. We might as well, enough talking about and then the red roses in the store when you walk. Everything's red.
Yeah.
I mean, your shirt's even red, but I saw
a little red behind us right here.
Red, yeah. I saw a lot of flowers and stuff. Obviously, this time of year, red Super Bowl. Not a red basketball game though today. We hope it's nothing but blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of red for Valentine's Day too. There's red everywhere. Red everywhere you look this time of year.
They're still showing football, so we have yet to. Oh, that doesn't stop us from getting into UConn Huskies women's basketball talk. I want to focus a lot on Cardozo out. I don't know what you think. Like, who is their go-to? I know you told me Chloe Kitts. I'm curious what it looks like, especially because I think they already played a game without her.
They did. They played Missouri, yeah.
So, but that's not UConn.
No.
Let's see what I mean. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Dawn Staley plans this.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely interesting because I was definitely shocked by the news when I was getting my notes ready for the last check-in and saw Cardozo was out for this game and the last game as well. So it should be interesting to see if it kind of changes anything for the game. But Chloe Kitts is definitely still a pretty good player. I almost say it every single check-in about the battle down low, who's playing Aaliyah Edwards and how that's going to match up. So it should definitely be interesting.
All right. We appreciate y'all. We see you all. And look, this is the time to get your comments in now. I'm not going to ignore you. I promise. I'm going to get to as many. Of course, when the game is going on, we got to watch the game and talk about that. But look, we had so many times through the inbox, through what do you call it? The mailbag. That's your term.
Yeah.
People are asking, when are y'all coming on live, or where can I catch this podcast live? Well, now's the time. We appreciate every one of y'all. Look, Ryan, Wolfpack Music, what's up? Oh,
What's up?
That's it. That name sounds familiar. JTH, there are so many good games today. Well, yeah, Ryan, you're a professional at out-of-town scoreboards.
Yeah.
You know anything about out-of-town scoreboards today?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw a lot of games yesterday. I haven't really looked at them today because I was pretty nervous for this live stream, trying to get everything ready. I see now Notre Dame, Florida State in overtime for the women's side. My Florida Gators had two big upsets yesterday. I see somebody said Yolanda McKay watching the game from Florida today. So Florida, obviously, one of my favorite states. So definitely a good place to be watching the game today. I like that comment as well. Telly Lot says you guys need to switch seats. We're used to the other way around.
No switching seats. We're like in a very tight, well, not tight space, but I don't know. Just, hey, do us a favor and make sure, can you hear Ryan and can you hear me? We're running off of one microphone. So somebody, please go ahead. Oh, my, Ryan. Here they are taking the court. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gino and Dawn Staley. Oh, look at that. Two legendary coaches. Look at that. Embracing each other. Chris Daly. And here are your announcers, Rebecca Lobo and Dave O'Brien. Shout out to them, Ryan, for bringing us the game on ESPN. Yeah, someone please go ahead and okay. Oh, look, loud and clean. Good. Okay, so y'all can hear us. All right. We're always worried about the audio, and yeah. So, what else, Ryan? I feel guilty. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because in the last check-in, thank you a lot for everybody that came through. Last check-in, I pointed to a picture, of course, in my house, and I said, look, they need Paige Beckers. And when I thought about it, Ryan, we went off of that last check-in, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what freshman can step up today, can maybe surprise us? Because we know they're going to, I don't know about roughing up Paige Beckers, but they're going to take Edwards and Beckers out of the game.
Yeah.
Edwards and Beckers are going to be taken out of the game. Not saying that they won't have big games, but come on, man, this is South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely, obviously KK and Ashlyn, I mean, they showed up all season long. So I think those two, ever since they've been in the starting lineup, it's definitely been a change in pace for UConn. They've definitely been playing a lot better. So I think KK and or Ashlyn definitely need to have some good play today for UConn. And like you said, I'm sure South Carolina is going to try to stop Aaliyah and Paige Beckers. So yeah, packed house today. It looks like
Angel Gray.
I'm sure it's a sold out crowd in South Carolina today.
Sorry if I'm all hyped up, so you can holler over me if you want. We'll be talking a lot back and forth. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm all hyped up here, so I don't mean to cut you off. And there's our good friend KK Arnold, right there. All right, Gino looking on like he always does. I know that gets Ryan laughing.
Gino cracks me up every single time.
All right. So Bree Hall, Raven Johnson, Pow.
Tahina Pow. Yeah.
Chloe Kitts is my apology. I said Payo. Chloe Kitts and Ashlyn Watkins. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? That's the thing. It's not about Ryan and I. Are you all ready? Cheerleaders are set. The crowd. Look at that packed house in there.
Waving the white towels.
Oh, my goodness. It reminds me of like Camden Yards down the street when we go for a playoff game.
It looks like a championship Final Four game or a playoff game.
Now, not saying UConn fans show up just like this, right? So,
yeah,
it's got to be some of the best atmospheres in basketball. All right. Who do we have coming through here? Can you guys show the game? Well, no, I mean, not really. We're trying to block it as best we can. For copyright reasons, no, we cannot show it, but the tip-off is here. We can tell you that much.
Yeah, Nathan said he's watching with his pistachios.
Nathan, oh, I'm so glad he's coming through. Nathan, oh, I appreciate you so much, man. Hot dog, man. We have to give you two. Let me know how many hot dogs you want after this game is over. You definitely made my day tuning into women's basketball, let me tell you. All right, here we go, Ryan. Look, right off the bat.
South Carolina on the board first.
All right, who was that? Here I am talking about hot dogs and not paying attention.
I believe that was
Pow.
That was Pow, yeah.
Pow right inside.
She's a really dangerous shooter from 3-point land. Too. I believe one of the best in the country. But right there, the mid-range shot to start the game.
All right, make sure you guys are watching with us, man. We want.
Ooh, okay. Paige with a nice move. That was a nice move.
All right, respond. That's what you got to do in hostile territory. Respond, right, Ryan? Okay, it's good defense. Good defense to start out.
Yeah, and I think I think UConn needs to be a little aggressive today inside the paint. Definitely need to shoot a lot of 3-point shots as well. We've talked about that through the season, but I think getting inside the paint today, especially because South Carolina loses just a little bit of size with Cardoso out. I think getting in the paint is going to be something UConn does a lot today.
All right, let's see now, Ryan.
Pal from 3 again, bangs it. She's going to be hard to stop today. Pal, if she gets going, 49% from 3, second in the country.
Okay.
Nika with a tough move, doesn't get it to go. Ashland from 3.
That's good defense inside by South Carolina. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to definitely adjustments at halftime already. I can tell.
Yeah.
And it's only the beginning, right? Adjustments. This game has got to. It's at least has to come down to the fourth quarter. This is a big day. Let me tell you what. All right, Ryan. What we have here? Wide open. Okay. Good miss.
Need to respond
Good
here.
miss.
Need to at least tie it, get some points. Ashland doesn't get it to go.
Rushing the shots maybe a little too much. That's all right. Keep them in check. Keep the game close. That's all you can ask for, really. Considering everybody we have out,
It's a pretty good drive there from South Carolina.
Bodies falling all over the floor.
See, this is what we don't want to happen. We don't want South Carolina to start getting on a good roll here. Need UConn to come up with the response.
Shouting out to Joyce. Good job, fellas. Yeah. I want to shout out to my mom. How about your mom, Ryan, coming through? We appreciate it's not Austin running the sticks. We had to say it's Joyce this time running the sticks, making sure everything's going good behind the scenes. So we want to thank Joyce.
Page, that's a 2. Doesn't get it to go again. UConn, a little bit of a scoring drought here after they made their first shot.
Connor's coming through.
We got his Cheetos ready. We got Cheetos, pistachios. We got everything.
Hey, you're gonna
ready
need
for
it.
today.
Come on, man. Look, it's I appreciate some of you guys that aren't familiar with these names. Friends of Ryan and I, man, and they live up around here in Maryland, right? But that's how big it is. They're watching UConn Huskies. They're cheering on Paige Beckers and company because that's how it's big. It's big, Ryan.
Yeah, the rims are definitely not liking UConn so far. Bad.
All right.
Bad turnover there. Raven Johnson gets her own miss. Doesn't get it to go both times there.
Nice.
That was a nice play.
Ashland shade.
It's a nice play.
Yep.
See, and that's a little bit of transition there, even though it's not a steal. I think UConn's pace in transition when they get out running like that.
There you go. Good. Nice job. I see KK aware of where that rebound is going to be. Right under the basket.
It's a good play there. Got the rebound. Paige,
that's got to
shot.
go. That has got to go. Before she even shot it, I'm like, yeah, that's in.
See, both of those times there was KK getting the miss, bringing the ball up the floor. She's so quick with the ball, bringing it up the floor, allowing UConn to set up their offense there.
How about Mr. Young? Let's go UConn, my home state. Stand up. Yeah. Well, Ryan and I, we kind of wish that we were in UConn right now, joining everybody at like a watch party or South Carolina. But hey, we're doing just a nice job here. We appreciate everybody coming through again.
I think KK going to the line here for a couple free throws. Maybe shaking off a little bit of nerves here to start the game in this big atmosphere, especially the freshmen.
Who, them or you and I? I think you
probably
and I.
probably both. Probably both.
Hey, stay tuned, guys. The recap. Oh, Aaliyah. Nice rebound, but missed a shot. Game recap coming up right after this. We hope it's a happy one. Subscribe and like to the channel.
Rebounding too is going to be big for today.
Oh yeah,
UConn struggling a little bit there to rebound the ball, but that's definitely going to be big as well. today. The battle.
Gino's pacing already. I feel like both head coaches are going to be up all game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
South Carolina making some subs already. It's going to be interesting to see when Cadence comes into the game, when Ice Brady comes into the game today.
Tessa Johnson checking out.
South Carolina. Ashlyn Watkins, I believe back-to-back buckets there from her.
Right here is where I was concerned. Now, we already expected this. Playing from behind most of the day, man. That's the real test of a championship team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Can they come out? Oh, three. There you go. Okay.
Ashlyn up to 5 points already.
Can you come out on top when you're basically trailing all day long, you know? Not just this game, any game.
Yeah.
All right. South Carolina ball. Come on. Nice. Let's go. Come on.
Weren't able to connect there. That was close. They could have tied the game there.
Yeah, see.
It's a nice stop, though.
I feel like Gino has it in his mind. Man, when you have – okay, what are they going on, Ryan? Commercial break?
I believe first media timeout here.
So, yeah, look, when they get golden opportunities like that, golden stops, I feel like sometimes slowing it down. Well, they try to check it down to
Page, I believe, there underneath, just passed a little too far there. That was a good chance to tie it up, though.
All right. Well, also, all right, so while we're on commercial, look, tell us what you all think about the Super Bowl. I know we have a basketball game to focus on. Who's going to win? Not to get too much into depth. I know Ryan has Kansas City. I have San Fran. Man, and the food's on the stove, hot and ready already.
Food's in the crock pot. Yeah, I want Kansas City to win, but I think the 49ers are going to win. But I'm pulling for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, Sean says, "Go Sloth." He's got his pizza rolls ready, so it's another food item.
Yeah, and also tell us what you all are having for dinner this evening. Today is I saw what was the stat? 70% of people eat more food on this day than they do all year long. And I have a feeling, especially in UConn Nation, that stat is going to go up even more.
Probably will.
Because, I mean, you're eating, I can imagine how families probably gathered over watching this game together, friends. Tell us what y'all are doing right now. Are y'all eating while you're watching the game? This is kind of a mini Super Bowl, even though it's basketball. Yeah, let us know. We want to hear from everybody. We appreciate y'all coming through, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, this is kind of the mini Super Bowl for women's college basketball. Just the rivalry these two have built up the past couple seasons. Only the regular season, though, but they could possibly meet in March Madness. We never know again.
Have you heard? You have to make sure that you keep me updated if you hear from Jason D'Amico.
Yeah.
That is like the start of the show, let me tell you. I mean, he's been with us through it all, man. So we hope that Jason is watching and comes through sometime or another. All right, who we have now? Yeah, good job so far, but we can't miss layups. Yeah, that's golden opportunities in any game.
Yeah, I always say that the easiest shots are sometimes the hardest. So, yeah, it's been close so far. I'm glad UConn they went on a 2-minute scoring drought there, but they brought it back to within 2 points. They can't start going down double digits. That's when it's going to start to get a little scary for UConn if that happens.
Yeah. What did Connor say? Okay. Syracuse just upset Louisville by 1 point.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw Notre Dame was losing too in double overtime.
Just made some pizza rolls. Yeah, you already Ghost Slaw. Oh, that's Ghost Slaw. He's coming through. Ghost Slaw. You better be watching the game, Ghost. Don't disappoint us now. I don't want to hear that you don't watch basketball or you're not into basketball. No, none of that today. All we're asking for is 2 hours of your time today, right? 2 hours out of your time. This is not on when the Super Bowl is on, so you don't have any excuses. You're off work, right, Ghost? Oh, my. All right, here we go.
Hopefully UConn starts out hot here after the media timeout. Sometimes they just absolutely play perfect basketball after the media timeout. I think that was an and one there from South Carolina off the miss. Gino looks disgusted as always, arguing the call.
Second opportunity so far.
Yeah, second chance points. Can't allow a lot of those today.
Who is that, Ryan? Tessa Johnson checked back in.
Freshman Tessa Johnson. Only makes one.
That's good to see for women's basketball too, isn't it? Dawn Staley looking on. The freshman.
Yeah.
There is, I mean, not just in UConn, but there's a lot. We talk about UConn all the time as far as the freshmen, man. How about all the freshmen around the country showing off?
Yeah, there's been a ton this season. That just the magnitude of talent has really been surprising and fun to watch, of course, not only for our freshmen at UConn, but a lot of other the top tier teams, some of them being led by freshmen. So really fun to see.
Okay, Ryan, your girl Nika.
Yeah, she needs to have another big game today too. I think Nika, she struggled a little bit, foul trouble in Notre Dame, brought it back last game.
It would be good to see KK Arnold maybe taking a little more confidence with herself under the rim. Just saying. I mean, doing great with the assist, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like I don't know if it's just this game or maybe I'm exaggerating, but it seems like Arnold's shots attempts have been down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But I think last game, I don't think she scored a ton of points.
Aaliyah is killing us already.
Yeah, Aaliyah not the hottest to start so far.
Hey, Telly Lot, 49ers, 31-27. Okay. Ryan doesn't like that. Don't cover your face up, Ryan. But yeah, 49ers, a red Super Bowl. All right, come on. Slow it down, UConn. It's okay.
Yeah, they can't seem to get their
another
steal.
Oh,
KK
lay it up. That's a foul.
They call that on UConn? Let's see. KK got the steal. Who's that? Tessa, no, Ashlyn Watkins with the block. I guess that was a good block. Went off the KK and South Carolina ball.
There's a lot of missed shots right now from South Carolina early in this game. I'm shocked. Camila Cardozo or not. Man, look, this is golden opportunity right here.
Yeah, that was a nice play. that was a nice play there from Ashlyn Watkins. And that was the right call too.
Think Cardozo is watching this game?
I don't know. I don't know. Was she with the Brazilian national team?
She's got to be streaming.
I would hope so. Maybe she's watching us.
Yeah.
You never know.
Wait for a comment.
That was a nice bucket there from Aaliyah, I believe. Aaliyah.
Yeah, it was. All right. Very much alive, man. Down by 3.
Ooh, nice block there from Aaliyah. There's a charge. Another chance to tie it up here, get within 1.
Oh, I just saw KK's mom.
Oh, that's good.
Shout out to KK Arnold's mom. Yes. I meant to reach out to her to see if they was going to be at this game. So my question's answered already, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm sure it's absolutely pumping inside that arena.
Yeah,
for
I just
today.
saw KK's mom. Very good to see her there.
I saw the crowds were lining up hours before the game as well. So
she's fired up.
Ash with another 3, a little short. It's good to see Ashland staying confident though. Keep shooting the ball. Paige with a nice look. Doesn't get it to go.
Oh no.
I hope Aaliyah's not hurt. Looked like she landed on her back there.
Okay, are they not stopping? No, they're not. She's up.
Okay, little scoring drought here again. A lot of UConn's getting a lot of good looks. They just can't seem to get anything to fall here.
I see you, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Had to think that was eventually going to happen. Tahina Pal again, second 3 of the game.
Well, I like the intensity from Cake. It's just the intensity is right there. You know, UConn's coming out ready, but the shots are just they're rushing it too much.
Yeah, and it's not really bad shots either. It's just that they can't really get anything to fall.
Oh, okay. So we already had the menu for Ryan and I. We appreciate that. Tell him what the menu is.
Yeah, barbecue, mac and cheese, baked beans, and some nice beverages. So we're all set and ready to go.
Oh my, boy, do we appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I know Ryan does. All right.
Okay, so first sub of the game here, I believe Ice Brady and Cadence Samuels checks in for Aaliyah and Ashland. I think Aaliyah's okay. I saw her talking to the trainer there, but I think she's gonna be okay.
Yolanda McKay, how are you doing? Good to see you. Taking good shots, but not falling. Yeah, that's sometimes basketball, isn't it, Ryan? Oh, okay. Edwards is.
Looks like she's holding her tailbone there.
Oh God, please no. She's coming back out.
Yeah, that's good. She didn't go back to the locker room. Paige trying to get her shot going. Nice rebound there from Ice.
Is that Amari DeBerry?
Ice Brady.
No, Amari DeBerry, the one that just shot the ball.
No, Cadence Samuels.
Okay, it's Cadence Samuels.
2 3-pointers there. Just unable to get them to fall. Should be the last possession here of the quarter for South Carolina. Whew, I was holding my breath for that one. I'm glad they didn't get that to fall. Not the best end to the quarter there for UConn, but still only down by 8 points, even though they missed a ton of shots there.
All right, shots of Gino. Oh, look, when he was younger. Oh, that never gets old, man. Just a legendary coach. Seeing that when he was younger, all these pictures.
Yeah, it's still hard to believe. I know we briefly mentioned it on the game recap, but 1,200 wins is just I can't even imagine 1,200 wins. Second in the women's game behind Tara Vanderveer, of course,
and all these, yeah. I
mean, just all the banners hanging up, all those memories. So many legends that passed through for UConn.
Yeah. Ice Brady is going to have to step up big. If I don't know what's going on with Aaliyah Edwards, I hope to see her right back in.
Yeah. I hope she can at least play through this game. It looked like she took a pretty hard fall there. It looked like 3 other South Carolina players fell almost on top of her there after they were trying to go for the rebound.
Yeah, and again, trying to gather my thoughts here while I see pictures of Gino.
Well, I had the stats here. So UConn shot 26% from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. So again, a lot of open shots, but just not able to set up their offense a lot, not able to get them to fall.
The 3, especially in March, and we're what? This is February 11th. The 3 ball, I understand it's challenging for some teams. I get that. 3 ball, to me, especially around this time of year, is what is going to win you ball games. I mean, you could be great all day underneath, right? But that's what I think.
Yeah, and we don't really want to rely on the 3 every single game to win every game. But if UConn shoots 20 to 25 per game and makes at least 10 of them, maybe that's too much, but I think that's a pretty good number to if they can do that, they'll probably have a pretty good chance to win a lot of these games.
Yeah. Again, so blessed to be talking about UConn basketball with you all. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I feel like telling you why so serious. I'm looking at your picture hanging on the wall.
What you guys thinking of the first quarter so far? What are we thinking going into the second quarter? Need a little bit of a bounce back here.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, you're right. Look, Tara Vanderveer. Huskies dominant since 1995. Most tournament appearances, Ryan. Total wins, 1,008. Final 4 appearances.
Seeing a lot of Stanford up there as well. So Stanford's definitely,
but not even close.
No, not close for a lot of those.
11 national titles, and look at the next closest, 5. Gino, shout out to us.
I just love every single interview that he does. It's just like a different style of interview every single time.
All right, Ghost and Connor, Nathan, let me know you're still here with us. We're asking 2 hours of your attention. I don't think that's much, Ryan, is it? 2 hours. Let us know if you're still here and tune in, please, to watch this. 4 quarters. Easy Fudd on the bench, looking on. It's big, man, because, even the ones that, you don't stay home for a game like this.
No,
I didn't stay home for a game like this.
11 first quarter points today, tied for the fewest.
All right, Telly Lott said, "Oh my God." All right, Ghost, you're still here. Good. All right.
UConn 3-minute scoring drought. Really awkward shot there from Caden Samuels.
I don't know if she's having trouble up to the court or not.
Another 3 from Pal. Absolutely drills it. Deficit now, double-digit points, 11 points. That's a nice drive there from KK.
Yeah.
In the scoring drought.
Go figure. They're leaving her wide open in the corner.
It's another second chance points there. Rebound, South Carolina.
Chloe Kitts.
Yeah, Chloe Kitts getting on the board.
Oh,
Paige from 3. That's a nice answer there from Paige.
They need you. I told you that. Come on, Paige, get it.
Too many open shots here from South Carolina. We can't keep letting them get all these open shots.
This is fun though. When with South Carolina scoring, but when you see teams battling back and forth,
I love to see the back and forth change the pace of the game.
Yeah.
Too much space there from Pal. Too much space for a 50% 3-point shooter.
Nice job by KK setting up Paige for a 3-point shot. Hey, go figure. I was going to say the name I pronounced wrong, and that's my apologies on the last check-in with you. Peyo, I said. She's the one that's just all in our face so far. Pal. All right.
Raven Johnson, nice drive there. It was good defense, but South Carolina's so good. Another answer there from
Answering
UConn.
back, down by 10.
See, UConn's scoring now, but we need to get a couple stops here.
There's jump ball.
Yeah, possession era, South Carolina. They'll retain possession. Need to get a couple stops here to catch up. Michael says, bringing up both of us took South Carolina, not homies. Come on, your team can do this.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, man. Yeah, they need to prove us wrong today. I'm sure you guys are guilty of it too. You come on, don't. Hey, and we respect it. Okay, here's Kits again from mid range. We respect you guys, the diehard UConn fans that actually are saying, yeah, UConn is going to win this game. Hey, hats off to you for that. Predictions are predictions, you know. You already know who we want, but man, Ryan, I mean, I'm not gonna say bad so far, but it's kind of worrying me right now, to say the least. It's not even halftime yet. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Usually we don't see that from Paige. Look, this whole team's so great. It's like they're the awkward shots. You said it earlier, right? Caden Samuels had one. Hey, credit South Carolina. They're doing what it takes to make UConn shoot the ball when I guess when they don't want to.
Yeah. Another. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that foul call was there on Ice Brady. Not the ideal start to the second quarter here from UConn. It's a good stop there.
Aaliyah Edwards back in the game. Good. Okay, Ice.
It was a nice pass there, but again, just unable to get anything to fall. Is that Pal again? What's that? Her third three of the game.
Timeout, UConn.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, South Carolina with 33 points and this massive scoring run to bring it to start the second quarter. I mean, this is why they're 22-0. This is why they're the perfect team so far this season. It's what they do almost every single game, no matter who they play.
Still come through. We don't get to interact with y'all every day. Come through. Hopefully we can do more of these live streams. Maybe not. Well, March Madness obviously is coming up. We know that's a lock.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can. But look, we know y'all are out there. Let us hear your voice, or let us see your comments. I guess not hear your voice, but look.
Yeah, they need to face guard Pal with Nika. Yeah, I'm wondering why Nika really isn't on Pal. The whole entire game so far. Because usually UConn does a good job stopping their leading scorer, which of course was Cardoso. Obviously she's out, but yeah, you kind of had to figure Pal was gonna have a pretty good game today, but just too many good looks from three so far.
I'm gonna move this over a little bit. This team is not gonna quit, guys. They gonna come back. Bet. Yeah. Well,
I hope so.
When I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna come back for let's check in with Joyce again. Hopefully she's still running the sticks for us. Joyce, I'm coming back maybe at the dinner table for seconds. Hopefully that's all right, Ryan. Have some extra cash if you need it, Ryan. The more I think about it, I should have bought a whole pound cake for dessert, not a half. Because this win or lose by UConn, oh my, I'm going to be hungry tonight.
Yeah, we need a big answer there for UConn here. Usually they're good at bouncing back no matter what the deficit is.
Look, all right, so this person says, where can we watch live on YouTube? We're here. We're here. I don't know. He might be talking about the game.
Yeah, and I don't think we're allowed to show that the actual game on YouTube because of the copyright stuff.
Yeah, we're doing our. It's a not an awkward setup, but we're trying to do our best to just. Oh, how about I want to shout out to Ing Raven. Ing Raven, look, man, if you all haven't, Ryan doesn't like to talk about Ravens here, Raven talk, but look, man, Ing Raven, you're a big. Hopefully, he catches this. You're a big motivator for Ryan and I. A big inspiration. All that you do. I know we're not talking football here, but look, shout out to Ing Raven. Hopefully, he catches this. And Bobby Baltimore and Miss Sarah down there in, or actually out west in Vegas. Hopefully, they're having fun.
Pow already tied for the most points she scored in a half for the whole season. So, I feel like it either goes one of two ways for UConn. Either they shut down the most explosive player for the opponent's offense, or either that player has the best game of the whole entire season, it seems like, when they play UConn.
All right, here we go. That was off South Carolina, wasn't
it? I think they called a foul on South Carolina there, I believe.
South Carolina drains you. Like they crowd so many people around the ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, a lot of on the ball defense. They're playing UConn pretty tight the whole way through. Another wide open look. Luckily, that one didn't fall. Page missed a three, but UConn got the ball back there.
They need threes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to bring you down, Ryan. They need threes. Yeah,
I didn't like that shot there.
How many points so far for Edwards?
Two.
How many for Page?
I believe 7.
Exactly.
7 for Page.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. Even if UConn loses, we will get one more chance against this team. Trust. Oh, people throwing hearts now. Yeah, February 14th is coming up. I forgot to mention, if I'm talking too much, tell me. I know we need to focus on the game. I forgot to mention, shout out to all them cute couples out there. All right, Ryan? Cute couples out there. February 14th coming, Red Heart Day. And we just saw a red heart pop up on the screen. I don't know. Maybe you know what that means. I don't know. First time live, so you had to bear with us. Yeah, look, I like that. They're keeping it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see these ladies again.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Could it happen in April? Or it has to be March?
Yeah, I mean, it could. I think April 3rd is the national championship game. Was that? Don't tell me that was Pow again from 3.
Yeah, it was. No, 2.
From 2.
Yeah, but still, that's bad enough.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think South Carolina is probably going to be
Leah with a nice layup.
It's a nice bucket. Yeah. You have to figure they're probably going to be in the national championship game. Maybe a rematch in the semifinal between them and Iowa again. Caitlin Clark, Iowa versus South Carolina again. But you have to figure
that's it. way off.
You have to figure South Carolina's out for a vengeance this season after that tough loss last season. More second chance points from South Carolina again.
Back to sports. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming through. Back to sports. He said, great. Look, I'm not 200% sure what your name is, but hey, I get a lot of great content from you, and I appreciate. I know Ryan knows this username. We appreciate you a lot. We couldn't hardly when we started talking about UConn women's basketball. What it was about 3-4 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
Well, I think he's been around a while, but hey, look, we appreciate you a lot. There he is. Hey, watch you all the time, guys. Oh my! Where's the tissues, Ryan? I'm getting ready to cry. Hey, we appreciate it. Back to sports. No, hey, and definitely, if you don't mind, I don't know how you feel about actually showing your face on YouTube, or, but at least joining us for a chat sometimes. You don't have to show your face, but even just getting you the audio, talking some UConn basketball, it would mean a lot to us to join us in the off season to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm always seeing your videos on the timeline. Watch a couple of them, but yeah, for sure. If you want to join us, I think that would be pretty fun.
Definitely would love to have Back to Sports on the podcast.
Yeah, Stevie Kenzie says Nika's turnovers with a little weird face there. Yeah, Nika's definitely not having the best game so far today.
Oh, that's one of your best spots. Look where he's from.
Oh, Australia.
I knew by the great accent. Yeah, the accent there.
Yeah, that's gonna be we'll have to figure out
when I see the videos.
The time difference there. That might be a little tough, but we can make it work.
And now that we have, I'm sure a lot of guys are familiar with Hello Back to Sports from Australia. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Back to Sports. What does he think right now, though? I'm glad he came through right now. What do you think? Even if it's a loss, a game of adjustments, we know how UConn can turn up in March. Hopefully you can be making a video with confetti falling all over it when April rolls along.
Okay, it says from Texas, but live in Australia.
Okay.
UConn just unable to come up with any stops here.
Oh man, Joyce, she may need to have like a whole bottle of wine ready by the time this game is over.
Aaliyah with a good bucket.
All right, come on. Yes, there you go, Aaliyah. Yeah, clap your hands for us. It ain't over yet, Yeah,
they just can't miss. South Carolina just cannot miss.
Well, they are open too.
Yeah.
A lot of shots are open. I mean, they're not face guarding him. They're not a block on KK. Oh my gosh. They're all over the ball right now. Anybody else checking in, Ryan?
Let's see. Back to Sports says need to make loss not too bad. So yeah, hold on to the 2 seed. I think that's about where UConn's going to be, probably in the 2 seed. I don't think a 1 seed this year, but a 2 seed definitely still pretty good. Anthony says Juju Watkins definitely the best women's college basketball player right now. Yeah, one of the freshmen we were talking about. She's been pretty unreal for USC so far.
How much time has Ice got? I mean, that's a good point. I don't know though, man. I don't want to use this as an excuse, but Edwards, when she went down, I mean, is she 100%? We don't know. I mean, is she still in pain? We don't know. Yeah. It's like I said, it's a growing team, and that's weird to say, right? When you talk about UConn, Ryan, a growing team. But what I say on the last check-in, if this was 2 or 3 years, I know we don't want to wait that long, But if this was 2 or 3 years in the making and then going up against Dawn Staley, I would have more confidence. And I strongly believe we would most likely have the lead right now, or maybe down by 1, down by 2. Give it time. I know nobody wants to hear that. It's this season, It's this season. But hey, growing pains,
Yeah.
All right.
Another open shot there for South Carolina. Another rebound.
It's hard for UConn to get set on defense if South Carolina's having them second chance opportunities.
Yeah, this everything that UConn's tried to do in this second quarter has been pretty difficult.
We don't need to see Ice right now. Well, I mean, people had their opinions on Ice Brady.
Yeah, I think she's only played a couple.
Oh, that's a foul. That is a foul.
It did look like she got hit in the face there, but I believe that was
Shade.
I believe that was Nico with the 3.
Paige, man, look, you go get it. No matter what, you know how I feel about you, Paige Beckers. Hard worker, day in and day out. Man, every time it looks like I only run like 5 minutes outside when I work out in the summer. And that's how I look, like, like that. And, when you're showing Paige, it looks like she's getting ready to collapse every time. She puts this team on her back every day, man. It's amazing what she does.
It kind of feels like we need to see a Paige Beckers takeover in the second half if UConn wants to come back here. UConn's going to have the last possession here, the first half.
It's not over. Trust. See, I like Michael right now a lot. He's. I need to be in the mood to really taste that good dinner tonight. You know what I mean? Okay. Paige Beckers with a dish, and
I think she got it off.
And the foul. And the foul. There you go. I told you. But they're gonna say that the clock ran out.
No, I think she did get it off in time.
Review it.
Yeah, she got it off in time.
There you go. But no foul.
No, but a positive end to the quarter there.
Yeah, not complaining.
It's a pretty tough move there from PB. Driving the ball, got her own miss, put it back before the time expired there.
Cocky is the mascot. I'm not going to comment on that, Ryan.
Talking to Ashlyn Watkins here before both teams head back to the locker room. Just, I believe, a 14-point deficit from UConn. Honestly, it feels like it could be more than that. Yeah, 14 is doable. It's definitely doable. It feels like it could be about 24, to be honest, with the way that second quarter went. Yeah. So it's definitely doable.
We good to be down 14. You guys are doing great. Thank you. Do you think that I really don't want to eat right now, but I need like a halftime snack. If Joyce is watching, hopefully she don't mind bringing down them Cheez-Its. I should have brought them down. You said you don't want any snacks.
No.
Too nervous. I don't want to get up though. I need to stay positioned and like these great people are right now on ESPN, right? Yeah. Instead of sitting here just watching, Ryan, in silence. Pow.
16 points, tied most by South Carolina at half this season.
I feel like going in that they pretty much knew who their go-to was going to be. You mentioned kids.
Yeah.
But especially with Cardozo out, right?
Yeah, I think with Cardozo out and then, Pal kind of the second player there to just kind of take control in this game. I mean, she's got a lot of good looks from three.
Yeah. Eat them all and toss them out. Yeah. Well, credit Ryan for printing out the rosters, and yeah, but always good to be like. Sorry if this is like all in the way, but yeah, very nervous right now, nerve wracking, whatever you want to say.
Well, this is a big score update from the out of town scoreboard here. Oregon State is up on the number 4 Colorado by 20 at halftime. So the Oregon State Beavers are up by 20 on Colorado. So Colorado have been, I think they lost one game. Honestly, I don't know how they're ranked 4th right now, but Colorado definitely having a good season, but down 20 now at halftime.
Number 1 unbeaten Gamecocks seek 4th straight win versus Huskies. Yeah, you don't have to remind us. Yeah, it's okay. Here's Caitlin Clark.
8 points. 8 points away.
To break Kelsey Plum's D1 record. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Kelsey Plum's cool with it. I saw that. I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean,
I don't know. It sounded. I don't know. It sounded like to me she might have been a little jealous, but
nah.
Either way, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she would have ever thought that somebody would have beaten her record, but it's definitely pretty amazing to watch Caitlin Clark. Definitely witnessing history whenever you're watching her.
We know Eric. We know Eric's coming through. Some Eric and Demas, Los Twins, we call them, all the way from Texas. We all know that you're watching. Why don't you come through and tell us hello sometime or another? They'll come through. They'll probably come through after the game, maybe, when I'm ready to actually eat and not hang around anymore.
Yeah, back to sports side. Oregon State is good. Reagan Beers inside the Beast. We actually
Beers
did an interview with her. That's probably been 2 years ago. I want to say
Reagan Beers
already.
Were you on there? I can't remember if you.
I'm not sure. It might have just been you on that one. But yeah, she definitely is a beast. We interviewed her before she went to Oregon State.
Okay, I think I hear. Maybe this is my chief is coming. She did. What a hero. Thank you, Joyce. Oh my goodness. How about that, Ryan? That had turned on mute. All you hear now. Tell you a lot. I apologize.
Yeah, getting dominated without South Carolina's best player. Yeah, I mean, see the thing with Pal or the South Carolina team is, there's so many good players. So even though Cardoso is statistically their best player, like I said on the last check-in, South Carolina is absolutely stacked the whole way down their roster. So even though Cardoso is their best player, it doesn't get any easier after Cardoso's name on the roster.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I want to shout out to head coach Jessica Caldwell. She was the one that credited her for getting Reagan Beers on with us. I hope Jess. I kept in contact with her there for a while. I hope she's doing well. Her and her family. Maybe she can join us if she don't mind talking a little bit of UConn basketball. Huh? I don't know who would be disappointed to talk UConn basketball. And I know, as many times as we've been on, how guilty are we for not shouting out to the men's side?
Yeah.
UConn men's.
Yeah. It's I mean, they could do it again this season. I picked them last year in my bracket to win it all. The first time I've ever correctly picked a bracket on the men's side. So it won me about $700. So shout out to the men's team for sure. Yeah, I think they're having a pretty good season. Number one, again, definitely not easy to go back to back. But the UConn women, as we know, have definitely done it. So definitely interesting to see if the men can do it again this year.
Yeah, getting dominated without South Carolina's best player is crazy. Well, it's kind of not because Ryan, we know how good they are. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. I told you, like it's not. It's not like back in the day when you and I were in high chairs of eating baby food.
No,
like we told Marcia Clark.
No, like I said, South Carolina is just stacked the whole way through. So,
he said that we need pistachios. So Nathan, I'll just throw them all out. Let's keep the Cheetos for Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and I will not. I would try to request some pistachios, maybe for the next live stream.
Yeah,
I really do apologize, but I have to try to get my stomach to stop making noises while I'm sitting next to Ryan. Skip lunch today, Ryan. Bad idea.
Yeah, I did too, but I'm gonna pull it out here and not
just because of YouTube Live. All right. Third quarter. This what I told you about halftime adjustments. First of all, take number 0 out of the game.
Yeah.
For South Carolina. I don't really know. We've seen UConn. Now, the last thing I want to see is a player start dominating inside like Hannah Hidalgo did when we played Notre Dame. It's already bad enough. They're getting nice perimeter shots from the outside. Whatever. Do not let South Carolina come out and dominate you inside the paint. UConn's, in my opinion, they've been doing a pretty good job so far defensively inside. Even though, we're trailing by this much. But.
Yeah, UConn definitely needs. I think the third quarter is going to be the deciding factor here when we come out of halftime.
Yeah,
UConn's going to definitely have to score, get some stops. I don't think they can go into the fourth quarter down by more than 15 points. If it gets to 20 points, that's it's going to be pretty nerve-wracking then going into the fourth. But if they can pull it back here a little bit, we're going to have a good game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. A little bit of dancing going out, taking place on the floor. I feel like you should be out there right now, Ryan, dancing with him.
Nah, I would look so out of place out
tumbling,
there.
Doing backflips.
Yeah, Michael says UConn men and women both won the championship together in 04-14, and maybe again, possibly. But yeah, I do remember that one in 14.
Yeah. No game, just reactions and comments from you guys. We want to watch the game with you. We can't actually be physically sitting beside you, obviously, but no game, but we want to get your interaction while it's live. We will go off of here right after the fourth quarter is over, and then we will have the game recap like usual, but figure we try something different.
I saw there too. I think Iowa's only up on Nebraska by 4 points.
Caitlin's chase. Yeah, that's the headline right now, Ryan, around the country.
And hopefully this is the last commercial break here before we get started again.
Ryan's like, okay, what am I going to do? He's keeping an eye on his Cheez-Its.
It feels like it's been about a half hour of commercials here, but
I think how about Aaliyah Edwards and Ice Brady together on the court at the same time.
Yeah, we only saw it for a couple minutes there in the first half. Ice didn't look too bad when she was out on the court. Got a couple rebounds, but just like everybody else on UConn, it seemed like couldn't really get her shots to fall. But
no disrespect, but South Carolina is what UConn was. We really do appreciate you guys keeping it. Now, Ing Raven, we're not trying to steal your name here. Keeping it clean, and we appreciate the respect. Yeah, no disrespect, but South Carolina is what UConn was. I mean, you can kind of argue that, but there's a lot, just like Mahomes, there's a lot to do before you get to that Tom Brady level.
Yeah.
So maybe, right now in this moment, but understand, I mean, look how much South Carolina has to do to actually get to what UConn has made.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I mean, possibly on the same level, but UConn won 100+ games in a row. Of course, the 11 national championships. So I think South Carolina has quite a long way to go to kind of build their dynasty and get to the level that UConn once was. I mean, so many Final Four appearances in a row.
Yeah, shooting. Yeah, that's a stat that caught my eye. I appreciate that. Who is that? Jones?
Yeah, Raynell Jones.
Raynell Jones shooting 33%. Okay, now the lights are going off, so I think that's the sign. Hopefully, we don't have to get out of the house, Ryan. I don't know. Shooting 33% will not get the Huskies too far this season. Yeah, I mean that's a stat that caught my eye. I mean that's what I was going to say. Doesn't it kill you any time, especially in a game like this? South Carolina did not come out that hot. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
No.
And when you get the stops you need, but still you can't produce offensively, like, yeah.
Yeah, and we saw it last game too. That last game they really struggled shooting the ball.
That was like a Stephen A moment.
and we were hoping that it wouldn't continue in this game, but it for the first half here, the shooting struggles have continued.
All right, now it's what is this now, Ryan? I don't want to get too far off track. We're talking about basketball here, but now they're trying to sell us guitars and pianos and drums. Next thing you know, Ryan and I be down here, playing guitar and like drum sets and stuff while we're watching basketball. Now they're showing the blockbuster they call it. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. Some really good blocks by South Carolina in this game. I might be biased because I was telling you, Ryan, that's a foul. But hey, I mean, this looks like kind of like some of these plays, that is. Looks like a WNBA team, doesn't it? I might have hyped it up just a little bit, but
it's been a lot of good plays from South Carolina. They're definitely not getting lucky. It's been a lot of good plays from South Carolina so far.
Dawn Staley is a new Pat Summitt if you really think about it. Yeah, I mean, statue going up yet? I don't think she has one yet, but I feel it coming.
It's probably coming.
Yeah.
It's probably coming.
Hey, out of respect, I try to keep full respect. I like to visit it, I mean, I want to visit UConn more than any other city as far as basketball, but hey, I mean, look, this is an amazing atmosphere, what they're doing up here.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing what Dawn Staley has built here in South Carolina, losing a couple players last season. And, for the last 3 years, it seems like they've pretty much been on top.
Yeah. All right, here we go, Ryan. Third quarter.
Need a good start here. That was a nice play.
All right.
That was probably the most ball movement we've seen from UConn on offense the whole entire game, just on that one possession there.
I like to see some of the people getting fired up in the comment section, right? Like, no, South Carolina is not UConn yet.
So again, I mean, that wasn't even an open shot, and somehow South Carolina gets it to fall.
Edwards came to play, yeah.
She's definitely had a good bounce back.
Oh,
that's really uncharacteristic there from Paige. Got the miss.
Dodged 2 defenders and still missed a layup. Yeah, that's just an evening it's been.
And Ash had an open 3 there and didn't get it to fall. There's not much you can do if South Carolina is going to continue to make shots like that.
Back to sports. UConn back in South Carolina next year. Revenge game. Take their beat down this year and take a healthy team up next year, and see if UConn or see if they can break the home streak this year. About the freshmen. Yeah, building up the freshmen. As I said on the last check-in, Ryan, it's growing. I mean, unfortunately, they don't want to hear it, but it's growing. I mean,
yeah, and getting AZ Fudd back too. Hopefully next year.
Morgan Shelley, coming in next year. Morgan Shelley,
I believe she is coming in
next
Shelley. Year. Yeah, I saw somebody said she's looking pretty good. So
Morgan Shelley, we can't wait. I think Morgan Shelley's watching right now.
She might be too.
No, I'm just kidding. Be on your best behavior, Rye.
South Carolina.
Look at the ball movement there.
Transition again.
Like, yeah, Kitts and Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson is a.
And I think Iowa's about to lose. Christopher Williams says they're down 77-80, 19 seconds left. So,
all right, keep us updated on that. We appreciate. We're keeping our eye on this game here. Keep us updated on the out-of-town scoreboard if you can for us.
That was another tough fall there from Aaliyah.
Still down.
Again, laying down.
About Amari DeBerry.
Yeah,
don't bring her in.
I kind of figured we wouldn't see any of her today. And like I said, pretty much the whole season, it's unfortunate for Amari because we know she's very talented, obviously, but we're just not going to see her if UConn is down in a game, especially one of this magnitude. Glad Aaliyah was able to get up again and take these free throws.
I would say free throws are like very important, but I mean, we never know. It's not over yet, but definitely important for UConn.
Yeah,
not so much for South Carolina. She made both of them.
Yeah, maybe just getting in the paint, like I said, for UConn, trying to draw some fouls. Any sort of points here, we definitely need them.
Stops,
KK in the corner.
Oh,
that was a nice drive and kick there from Paige.
Kids 4 for 4. UConn miss having on defense. Yeah, I don't know. Can you move that bubble, Rye? It's having what?
UConn miss having a power forward.
Oh, defense.
Yeah, it's the only problem with this small lineup is that Aaliyah is really the only true power forward on the floor. But UConn's done a good job the whole season. But like we keep saying, it just against these top tier teams, the amount of talent that they have, it just seems like they're not able to quite keep up like they have to be able to compete and beat these teams. Ashland with a nice bucket there.
Was that before the shot clock ran out?
Yeah, they only had 2 seconds there off the inbound, and they got it in
nice
there.
ball awareness by Ashland Shade. I feel like I'm forgetting like tons of stuff to say, right? Like that's what happens when you go on a live stream. Like I want to say this, but then I want to say that. Ball's up in the air. We got to pay attention to the game. We have all these beautiful people coming through, right? Comments.
Yeah, we didn't really prepare for the live stream. We kind of just said, let's hit the button and see what happens.
Let's hit the button.
Iowa gets upset. Clark with 31, but they lost to 3 to the Nebraska Cornhuskers, getting the upset.
Oh, look at this. What do you think about this? Okay, so don't show the replay. Never mind. Dawn Staley, very animated and upset there. I don't know what that was all about, but I thought they were going to show a replay, but you had me focusing on I think he was arguing a foul. You had me focusing on Caitlin Clark. No eating on last check-in or game recaps. No. I know. Yeah, I do. Excuse me. This is like kind of like more laid back atmosphere and hopefully a little treat for me. So, not trying to look unprofessional here, but look, running on no lunch.
Yeah, going small with Big East team, a lot different than SEC teams. I don't know how much that affects UConn playing in their conference. Obviously, we talked about it. Not the best conference, the Big East conference. Creighton, Marquette. Marquette started out good, but they've fallen off a little bit.
Yeah.
But UConn just blowing through everybody in the Big East. No disrespect to the Big East teams, but probably one of the weaker conferences, especially compared like Back to Sports said to South Carolina and the SEC. Playing really good opponents every single night.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the recruiting. Players go where, and again, I don't know how to say this. Like, the players go where not only the legendary coaches are, but I know. So I spoke to a person one time up here in Maryland where we are, and they said they're speaking about high school, specifically football, but sports in general. If you build it, they come.
Yeah.
If you build it, they come. So, and that's not a new motto for UConn.
No, that's what happens in UConn.
If you build it, hey, we're here. So, I mean, props to UConn on building such a great program. But yeah, this is not years ago anymore.
No,
this is you can argue it's more balanced.
It definitely is. Yeah,
more balanced, and that makes it even though you want to run over all these teams in March like UConn used to do, it makes it fun for just basketball watchers overall to have these close games and not blowouts. Oh, my fault.
Then they just showed the replay there of Iowa and Nebraska. Iowa had 2 chances there to tie the game on a 3, missed both of them. Clark still 8 points away from that record, so have to think she's going to break that next game. It's another good look there from UConn, just unable to fall. And that's really been the story the whole game. South Carolina can make the shots, and UConn hasn't so far.
Pay good money to see that. Yeah. Paid good money for these Cheez-Its. Well, Gamecocks fans are getting their money's worth today so far. There's Aaliyah Edwards again, Ryan, under the basket. But she drawed the foul. At least. Oh, and look at that look.
Dawn Staley hasn't been happy in these last couple minutes for these foul calls.
No. All right, come on, Edwards. We need every single point we can get now. There you go. She made one. 54-39, Ryan.
Can pull it back to within 14 here. What we started the third quarter deficit at.
4 minutes, third quarter. All right. That's what I was going to say. I want my wish. I want it to come down to the fourth quarter. Right now, it's not looking like that.
There's a stop.
Okay. I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to sit back and relax.
Pace of the three. In and out around the rim.
I had your bang ready.
I was ready for it.
Yeah. The stops are.
That's an interesting call.
Ooh. Paige, okay.
I don't agree with that one. I'm not sure what that call was there.
Get animated. You know it's real when you see like Paige starting to shout and then fixing her hair, right?
Yeah.
Do you fix your hair when you get worked up?
Sometimes, yes.
Not much of it.
Yeah, that was a bad call there. That should not have been a foul on Paige.
The stops are coming.
Yeah, they're there. South Carolina with another offensive rebound, though.
Kits. There you go.
And that was Nika Mule on. She turns the ball over. Nika is just not having.
Nika is not Nika right now.
She's not having a good game today. So,
boy,
it's a great defensive stop. Then, just turn the ball over there and
Ghost. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just South Carolina capitalizing on UConn's mistakes.
Ghost, Connor, and Nathan. What do you think? Nathan, is it just time to put the hot dogs on the grill and just call it a game? Don't make these UConn fans mad now because this is our family, right? So,
yeah, timeout here from UConn, South Carolina. A lot of momentum right now.
Stevie Kinsey, there he is. Yeah, we want some more familiar names coming through. Stevie Kinsey, what's up, man? There's a lid on the basket for Huskies today. Yeah.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because if you ask me, I think UConn ready to go home. I mean, I think usually, and I still think they're capable of it. I think right now, literally, we should be down, or up even, winning by 2 or 3, but not sound negative. I think we should be trailing maybe only like 3 or 4 points right now. If this was true UConn Huskies women's basketball.
Yeah.
People look at me like, oh, Phil, what are you doing just talking your mouth off? No, like, I'm serious. Because how many points? Is it 58?
Yes.
Usually that's what UConn has late in the third. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I mean, it's if UConn would have made a lot of these shots they've missed, it obviously would have been a lot closer game right now. But UConn pulled within 14 there, and South Carolina again went on a little run. But it feels like it should be a lot. UConn could be down a lot more, but it could also be a lot closer game, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Fourth quarter, I can feel it draining threes. I don't know if you can feel it.
I think that's what's going to need to happen if UConn is going to get back in this game.
Come on, guys. I feel like who was that? Michael? We haven't heard from Michael in a while. Looking like Dawn, looking like Hurley. So Michael, if you're still with us, I'm still on your side. It's not over yet. All right? It's not over yet. I should tell KK's mom we saw her on TV. I won't do that right now, though. She's probably really thinking hard like all of us. Really focused. That's what we like, right? Focused. You know, man, just to get out of this arena, get out of this place healthy. Yes, you were right, Phil. If shots go down, we are in the game. Look, not only that, if we get out, I know it's hard to digest this, everybody, but if we get out of here healthy, I was already scared for me with seeing Aaliyah Edwards go down. If we can just get out of here, even if it's a loss, just get out of here healthy. Learn from the Notre Dame game. Learn from this one. March is coming. Ryan, you're tired of me saying that, but it's coming.
Yeah, you know, we can't really get much deplenished in terms of injuries as far as that goes. So, but definitely don't need Aaliyah Edwards to get injured. That's for sure. Or anybody else on this roster, because we don't have too many players left available, and the substitutions, you know, Cadence and Ice Brady are really the only two that can that Gino trusts to put in the game.
Yeah,
but I believe they've only played maybe no more than 5 minutes there in the first half. So, yeah, Raynell Jones, he said 8 players versus 5 will never work.
This is big. If UConn can start drawing fouls 2 minutes in the third, get South Carolina at least in foul trouble if you're going to make a comeback in the fourth. Look at Telly Lott. Telly Lott said, put a dog on the grill and call it a game. Yeah. I mean, well, so Telly Lott, a story behind that while Leah Edwards is shooting her free throws. His good friend, Nathan, that lives up here, right? We call him the hot dog man because that's what he likes, right? Isn't it?
Hot dogs. Yeah.
And especially between April and September baseball season, a good time to call him hot dog man because we like to take him down and see the Orioles. So, oh, no. Nika Mule, come on.
I think Nika
is now took a shot to the face.
It's kind of did the same thing as Aaliyah did. It looks
back?
like right on the tailbone, the way Aaliyah fell, and then now Nika fell.
Fudd, El Alfie, Patterson, Griffin, and Ducharme, UConn players out for the season. Yeah, you don't need to remind us.
It's a whole starting lineup of injuries out for the season. Page with the bucket there.
Buckets.
It would be nice to get a couple stops here, go on a little run before this quarter ends. That might be the only way UConn has a chance in the fourth.
Stay cool. Yo, I see everybody getting hyped up in the chat. Stay calm.
And Cadence and Ice back in the game here, I'm assuming, for the last 2 minutes of the quarter. And it not the best start for them.
Oh my God!
Defensive breakdown by Ice and Cadence Samuels, and Cadence turned the ball over there.
UConn defense, dude. I mean, when you turn the ball over, it's hard to get back on defense and transition back. They're having trouble right now, man, on all aspects. Oh my!
Last 20-point loss was in 2007. by UConn.
Mm.
That's kind of hard to believe.
Caden Samuels just unaware. Freshman mistake, right? I mean, just admit it.
Yeah, Cadence, I think she's a really talented player. I think she can definitely work on a lot during the off season. So hopefully next season she'll see a little bit more playing time. She's had a good season. Obviously, not a lot of opportunities, but a lot of mistakes for sure when she's been on the court. But
Lindsey Matthews, Jason D'Amico, I think they're watching a game. They're too focused to even turn us on. But it's fine. We get it. We do appreciate the ones coming through right now. But, yeah, if you want to focus solely on the game, that's even more respect to you because, look, probably good right now, Ryan, to see what's going wrong, right? Because a lot of important games coming up down the stretch next month.
Yeah, I think the Big East tournament is always big for UConn, kind of getting a little bit of momentum, winning a couple games. It's always a good feeling to win your conference and get the trophy. Good feeling going into March Madness to get a little momentum.
There's a wide open three. Like, come on.
And I don't really think UConn's defense has been terrible this game. I just think it's because UConn pretty much the whole game hasn't gotten anything to fall. And it's not hard. It's not easy to get stops when you can't hardly make anything on offense. Leah was 16.7 rebounds, almost another double-double from her today.
Good experience for the freshman. I think it's a good experience for Ryan and I, to be honest with you. And last little note to myself, stop eating on the next live stream. Or eat before we go on, rather. Look, I know it's going to take a while for this one, man. This hurts. I get it. But y'all do me a favor and tell Ryan it's time for San Francisco to win the Super Bowl. All right? I'm hoping my red shirt is more or less the 49ers colors than it is Kansas City.
Yeah, wouldn't be too good of a day for me if the 49ers would win later tonight. It's a double whammy for me if that happens, if UConn loses and the 49ers win. But
KK? Yeah, it's...
Cadence is...
I was going to say.
if that went in. Cadence Samuels, she's trying out there. She's trying her hardest, but not getting anything to fall there.
You mean the Taylor Swift Bowl? Oh my goodness, man! We don't want to turn this into a football live stream, but let me tell you, man, you're gonna get me started on some stuff that I don't want to get. Ryan's about to push me off the seat. Let me just tell you right now, fair warning to the 49ers kicker: do not warm up on the Chiefs side of the field. All right, who is the 49ers kicker?
Jake Moody.
Okay.
The rookie, Jake Moody.
Jake Moody,
yeah.
Make sure you're aware of your territory. Okay. It's a shame, but let me tell you, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and you just had to think that, all this stuff about Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
she's pretty much everywhere you look in terms of the news. Just everything,
yeah.
Pretty much.
There it is. Hopefully this is not copyright. Holding Cheez-Its up to the screen. Yeah, demolished. They had a backup bag too. Show them, Ryan.
Oh yeah, yeah. My backup bag too.
But look, somebody just made a good comment about. I think it was Tellylot. The Notre Dame is the one that he's bothered about.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I do. In a way, I'm glad he said that. It reminds me now, I guess my feelings, it reminds my inner self. Yeah. We go on and we hope everybody joins us for the game recap coming up after this live stream. But yeah, probably not going to be as animated as I was. And can I use the word pissed off on this podcast? Probably not going to be as pissed off as I was after that Notre Dame game. Just something about that game,
Yeah, that was a tough one. That definitely hurt a lot because I think mainly because it was at home, and UConn hadn't shown any weaknesses at home the whole entire season. I think everybody felt pretty good going into that game. Notre Dame, definitely a really good team. We talked about Hidalgo going in. The freshman was on a tear, but just unimaginable what she did during that game, scoring 40-something points. And especially, like we said, it in the atmosphere that UConn has at home, and to just not play that good at home was definitely a surprise.
Dawn Staley.
She has to be feeling pretty good about this one. Definitely had UConn's number here for the past couple seasons, unfortunately for us, but
Notre Dame went into double overtime against Florida State, and Hidalgo bailed them out again. Oh, my goodness. What do you think? What do you think? As far as them in March?
I think they had a pretty good run last year, but this year they might be pretty dangerous this year. They might make another good run.
All these athletes are great, but let me tell you, man, I found it interesting. Women's basketball is just Hidalgo, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark. Who else can I mention? Of course, I'm naming more or less the point guards. Not the power forwards like Aaliyah Edwards, but it's something about you can sense their athleticism when they have the ball in their hand, dribbling down the court. Sometimes I'm not calling anybody. I'm not saying that any one of these ladies suck. I'm not saying that, but it's something about you're just blessed. You're gifted. Some of these are more gifted than others with the ball in their hands. Hidalgo is definitely one of them. Paige Beckers. You can just tell. It's not hard. I mean, if you watch enough basketball, you can just tell, especially women's basketball.
Yeah, and Hidalgo again, another freshman player.
Ashlyn Shade, another one, and she just drills a two.
She's had a pretty good game today, considering all of the woes that UConn has had on offense. I like that Ash is continuing to shoot the ball, staying confident.
It's South Carolina versus everybody. Well, yeah. Remind us that tomorrow, not right now.
It's been UConn versus everybody for a couple of decades now, probably. Yeah. So,
all right, Ryan. Fourth quarter.
Definitely need something special to happen here.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to. They keep taking these 3-point shots, and they're just being forced all evening long to take shots. I've never seen UConn so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was another good look, but
offensively, that is.
Yeah,
they're taking shots. It's like they don't want to take. I don't know.
You have to give credit to South Carolina though, because they've played pretty good defense the whole game, not really allowing UConn to get in the paint too much. But you can't stop Aaliyah Edwards, and I think UConn should have definitely gotten the ball to Aaliyah a lot more during this game.
I didn't expect the Huskies would win, but this performance is dreadful. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, Jim, that take a look at our last check-in video. Go back and watch that if you didn't watch it. Ryan and I, the scores that we predicted, I don't think we're going to come near it at all.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think we kind of figured UConn wouldn't win this game. We obviously wanted them to, but we were just hoping it'd be a competitive game. They'd stay with them the whole way, and if it was competitive going into the fourth quarter, maybe somehow they pull out the win. But when you're down 25 points, around 25 points,
Paige's arm is still hurting. And then can't forget Pat Summitt, Tennessee teams, yeah. Cannot forget Pat Summitt overall, period. I still want to visit Tennessee sometimes, Ryan. Seems like a great town, great city, great state, whatever. I don't even know.
Crazy enough, me and my friends were talking about going to Tennessee for this year's vacation. So
throw me in the back of the trunk.
Yeah.
I'll be going. Nathan's like, no, I'm not going now. Hearing Phil's mouth all evening or all week. Yeah. Though, they did, I agree with you. They did do a good job shutting down Chloe Kitts underneath.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, it was Pal in the first half, and Ashlyn Watkins has had a good game. But it's really been everybody contributing for South Carolina in the second half. But I think it's more about UConn just not getting anything to go the whole game.
She injured her arm last game. 5 bad takes in one love, bro. Well, I feel like that's a comment. Just perfect timing for Valentine's Day.
Love spread all around.
Love spread all around. Everywhere I look is red. More red tonight from 6:30 to 9:30.
Ashlyn with a nice 3-pointer there. She's up to 14 points, 2 for 10 from 3 for her today. I didn't realize she's taken 10 threes, but
if you're mad that South Carolina is dogging UConn, just say so. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm glad. And Ryan and I predicted a loss, to say the least. So hopefully that's not the reason why they're losing, but
not by 20 points though. This has definitely been a little bit of surprise.
Cardozo is out. Let me remind you.
Ice Brady back in the game for UConn here. I mean, that's kind of been the story of the game on that possession. You can't allow a team to get rebounds off of a free throw.
Let's remember, though, the players that are out for UConn, not only that, the players that they've lost. I think they've lost key players, whether that be graduation or WNBA draft. Let's remember all the matchups that we've had before this one here. There are a lot of new faces to this rival, is it not?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not going UConn's way. But, I mean, talk about, who was it? Avina Westbrook, Dorka Juhas.
Kristen Williams as well.
I was watching highlights of previous South Carolina UConn games before this one. I'm like, man, Ryan, I realize all these names. Nice 3 from Paige Beckers. I didn't realize all of these names are missing. Missing in MIA, missing in action is what I like to call it. But it's not all due to injury. They're just going.
Yeah, and
of course, it's the same for South Carolina.
Yeah, losing Aaliyah Boston.
Destiny, help me out, y'all. Destiny Henderson.
Yeah,
definitely more than just Boston.
Yeah,
that's gone.
Yeah,
Henderson, yeah.
Yeah, glad to see Dorka living it up in the W. Definitely had a really good rookie season for Minnesota, but we definitely miss her here in UConn.
Who?
Dorka.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, do we miss Dorka. The size and what she brought to the game. Still remember her going down on the floor in that gruesome wrist injury. Ouch. Whew, just thinking about that, Ryan.
Yeah.
It makes me want to just cover the Cheetos up and put them away. Or Cheez-Its. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's, unfortunately, I don't want to bring you down here on this Super Bowl Sunday, but might be time to gather your thoughts for the game recap.
Yeah, hopefully I can get through the game recap. I've been losing my voice here for the past half hour, I think, but I'm trying to get through it.
Two top 3 recruits in 2023 and 2024. I really enjoyed the anti-UConn people coming out. Yeah, especially after halftime, right? I really would hate to be a program like UConn. Laugh out loud. Well, again, as we wrap it up and it comes to a close, not yet. Still, what, 6 minutes left?
Yeah,
we really do. I'm kind of overwhelmed, but in a good way. Hope Ryan is as well, because we appreciate everybody that came through on this, and we appreciate making contact finally with Back to Sports. Never thought in my wildest dreams, and I'm not being a smartass whatsoever. Excuse my language. I never thought that I would actually make contact with Back to Sports, and I definitely want to bring him on during the off season. Small dream come true on the bucket list just today because of a live stream. So, man, but not only Back to Sports, everybody. We hope Jason and the family are doing well. We didn't hear from Jason. And Marcia Clark.
Yeah.
Marcia Clark knows how it is back in the day. High chairs and baby food. Let me our good friend, Ryan. Who is it?
Holly Rowe.
Rowe. What's up, Holly? We see you. Last time we saw her was in.
It was at a UConn game.
No, it was in DC. It was at a Mystics game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mystics game.
Yeah, and there was a lot of UConn fans there. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, even though it was a Mystics game, UConn fans everywhere.
Game. And you told me, look, there's Holly Rowe sitting over there. I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
At the Mystics game, right?
Yeah.
And she came up to us and we greeted her with a hello. She one of the nicest broadcasters you ever want to meet, right? Holly Rowe. And she does it all. You know, basketball, football. How about what do you all think about, let me ask you this, Elena Deladon. Now, family comes first and taking care of your own priorities. Take care of yourself. Everybody, make sure y'all take care of yourselves. What you got going, Ryan? Anything?
Paige with a nice bucket there. We're pulling it back to below 20 here with under 5 minutes left.
Take care of yourselves. But what I was saying is, boy, was I upset to hear Elena Deladon, one of my favorites in the game currently, taking the whole season off, is what I understand.
She traveled. That was a nice bucket there, but she traveled before she got the shot up.
How about my man Kelvin Scott? I know he's out there somewhere. Kelvin, if you're there, let me know. I'll finally shout it out to you. I promised you I would. Kelvin Scott, the legend of Maryland. Put it that way.
Seeing a couple of comments about Sarah Strong. I know she's deciding between a couple of schools. Back to Sports said hopefully she's not watching this game.
No, it doesn't bring your confidence down, but yeah, it's very, even if this is a school you're getting ready to play for, it should get you fired up. You know what I mean? It should get you fired up. Saying, I hope these recruits for UConn are watching this, right? Because it makes you want to go in there and look, get to work. You know, not only on the floor in the game, but in the gym. It makes you want to eat right at Chick-fil-A. It makes you want to do everything, sleep right. You know, it makes you want to, if especially if you're an athlete going into UConn in the future, this game should not bring you down and be like, man, why did I choose UConn? No, like something's really wrong then. Like this makes you hungry, right?
Yeah, 19 bench points for South Carolina, to the goose egg for UConn. And like we said, there's only 2 players that can realistically come into the game for UConn, Cadence and Ice, but not a lot of minutes. But it's just so tough when the starters don't really get any rest during the game. Just a couple minutes of rest the whole 40 minutes.
We miss Maya Moore in the UConn jersey. Yeah, and what she's done actually off the court, I have a lot of respect for Maya Moore. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Very bright life, if you will, that she's living currently. I mean, what she's not only done in the game of basketball, but off the court, like, I love Maya Moore.
Yeah, incredible career at UConn, incredible career with the Minnesota Lynx, bringing a couple of championships to their city. And then after basketball, of course, like you said, doing some great stuff off the court with her own life. So,
yeah,
definitely good to see.
I love athletes that do that, Ryan. They
making a difference. Yeah.
Making a difference not only in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, she sacrificed basketball.
Yeah.
To do something maybe even bigger, in my opinion. She's a true legend. How about back to sports? Thanks, your live stream was good. Keep it up. Who's hoping it wasn't too boring. All right. And it's all because of you guys. Without you guys coming through, it would be not much to talk about. We feel like 2 broadcasters sitting here calling a game on TV. So we appreciate you guys a lot. We miss AZ and Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
You all are good. Nice job, gentlemen. That's you. Oh my, look who came through. Let's tell them who it is.
Star of the show has
arrived. Oh my goodness. Star of the show has arrived with 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. Nice job, Jason, for bringing us bad luck. No, I'm just kidding. He said, sorry, I missed this. Had to work. Tough loss. Well, you're probably glad you did miss it.
Yeah, missed the game. I don't know if you wanted to watch the game, but
I don't know what was worse right now, the game or us. Ashlyn, okay. Ashlyn Watkins. Like I said, Ryan, you take a look at the roster. A lot of these players are coming back. You know? Pal's a senior. Cardozo. We're getting a taste of life without Cardozo today. And there was one other one I told you about who was a senior. Who was that? Sakima Walker. I mean, yeah.
It's pretty scary how good South Carolina's playing without Cardoso after she leaves for the next level after this season. This is, of course, they'll lose Pal as well. But you have to imagine they're probably not gonna take a lot of steps back. South Carolina is probably going to be here again next season.
Jason, if you're still with us, hit up the email, right? The mailbag, as Ryan likes to call it. Let us know a date that works for you to come on a game recap with us for the remaining games on the schedule. We want to know what date works for you because Ryan and I are always behind the mic for game recaps. At least we try to be. Both of us. Not riding solo anymore. He said we'll do. All right, good. We want to get you on at least one for one game recap. I feel like it could, obviously it's easy to say but hard to do. This could have been a totally different game if Jason missed it. So maybe we want to get Jason caught up on the action, even though there's not really good action to talk about. UConn, South Carolina didn't come out all too hot, even though they have 81 right now with 2 minutes even in the fourth. But Ryan, tell him, I mean, if UConn had some nice looks,
yeah,
didn't they? And their shots would not fall.
No, yeah, it's been the story of the game. You know, UConn, like a couple of people are saying, it really haven't played bad basketball. You know, definitely not their worst game of the season, even though it's going to be, I think, their biggest loss of the season. But yeah, I mean, so many open shots today, just unable to get them to fall. South Carolina playing really good defense, so props to them. Definitely showed up today at home in front of all their fans, but
shade.
Yeah, I mean that's Ashlyn's at least 11th 3-point attempt. I think she's only made 2 of them. So 3-point shots, mid-range shots, just not a lot falling today for UConn.
I'm not a mastermind of this, but I'm telling you right now, you go in with a game plan, right? Every time you play a team. Maybe UConn wanted to try something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe Gino told them to try something different as far as their game plan, the way they practice this week. And if so, sometimes that's normal, I would think, because if you don't stick to your game plan, your rhythm, like you usually do, especially teams like this, they're going to get in your head. So if you switch something up, a new game plan, get out of rhythm and try something different, like you mentioned, because you talked about the 3-point attempts, how many she just took today.
Yeah.
You really see that I mean, I don't know if you see, I don't remember seeing that a lot any other game. So you come in trying something different because you know you need to against a great team like this in South Carolina. Ryan, I mean, I don't know. I mean, great teams get in your head. And if you stick to what you do best, I'm not too sure if UConn did that today. I'm asking you guys. I'm asking Ryan. I don't know.
Yeah, and UConn, just not a lot of steals today.
I mean, they had defense all over them. I mean, Aaliyah, nice dodge and layup, Ryan. How about that?
Yeah, I think close to another double. She did get a double-double, 20 points, 11 rebounds. So another amazing game from Aaliyah. She continues to dominate no matter who UConn plays.
Tell me a lot. No, he's not. Rye is done with this game. Well, yeah, I think he's done with me more than he is this game. Ready to have some chow dinner and go to bed already. That's what they call it, the chow hall, right?
Yeah, but I mean, UConn just not a lot of steals today, not a lot of transition points. Cadence knocks down a three. That might be her first points of the day.
This referee, I see her like refereeing UConn games like every time I see UConn. She must like it's almost like this referee travels with the team. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's the final score. Unfortunately, UConn losing by 18. So not their biggest loss since 2007. So that's the silver lining to this game, maybe. 54 straight at home for South Carolina.
All right, so I think Pau and Cardozo could, Camila Cardozo.
Yeah, you never know with the COVID years now.
Technically return for I'm totally lost with the COVID years.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to
whoever wants to come back, just come on back. If you don't, bye. Yeah. Go to the WNBA or get a job, I guess. All right. Well, Ryan. That's that. Yeah, I mean, that is scary. I mean, if Cardozo and Peo come back, oh my goodness. Don't tell me that. I think it's time to hit the stop button now after telling me that. And we will get geared up for the 10-minute game recap. We appreciate you all.
Yeah, appreciate everybody coming through. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the game recap. Not live for the game recap, but yeah, appreciate everybody coming through today. Nice little 2-hour live stream. So hopefully everybody enjoyed. Unless you have something else to say, I guess we'll.
Great live, guys. Yeah, it was great interacting with everybody. Game recap, right, Ryan? 10-minute game recap coming up next. Gather our thoughts, and we will see you guys soon.